Women are spies sent from God. Her assignment? Make you weak. This is a brutal pill. Let me explain. So last year, I was doing a daily stint of 101 days of daily uploads on YouTube, May 15th to August 24th. About halfway through that, I got in a comment. This was like in June or something. I had about like 300 subs at this point. I got in a comment on one of my videos. I made a video about like, it was like some spirituality, creativity video, something, right? And I got in a comment from a woman who had a channel. And I seen she was like doing her thing. She'd had some videos. She was looking good. I'm not gonna lie. My first instinct was like, I'm not gonna lie, her nose is kind of huge. But she's pretty as fuck though. Right? And so I make another video a couple days later talking about how if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need a fucking product to sell. She commented on that video talking about how, oh yeah, like I need a product. You know, I've been wanting to do business. She was talking about like wanting to create an ebook. I see that, I'm like, ooh, business, let's chop it up, right? At this moment, I was like super locked in with like content business. Like I was not thinking about girls at all. But we started chopping it up on Instagram. She like hit me up because we were going back and forth in my comments a bit, but she didn't feel comfortable talking in there. She hit me up on Instagram. We were talking. She told me she wanted to join my program as one of my students. So she did that a couple weeks later. Fast forward to August, we get married. Right? Not legally, it was a spiritual union. So it was August 8th, 2024. 888. Crazy. We did it on purpose. And yeah, after that, from that point, like May to August, I was on like the rise. I was on the up, right? Which is why she was attracted to me. And then, bro, I kid you not, like the week we got married and after, massive rut for 10 weeks. 10 weeks, bro. Like damn near our entire relationship, rut. I fell off. I was still posting consistently on YouTube, which is crazy. But my mental health cooked, my fitness was cooked. I was just super trapped in lust because we were fucking all the time, and when we weren't, I was going back to fucking watching porn and shit. I hadn't like watched porn or like fapped in like months at this time. Like I was like on my celibacy shit. I was locked in with business, you know what I mean? But we were together. It's just like, oh man, you know, this hot girl, she fucking wants me and I want her, so I'm gonna give it to her. You feel me? And I was distracted, bro. I was distracted. You know what I mean? Even when it's your wife, right? Like we got married in front of God. And I was still distracted by lust. Still having her like take me away from my mission, my purpose, my self-mastery. I became weak. And she noticed this. She noticed that I wasn't pursuing as much. She noticed that the relationship was taking a toll on me. She noticed that I was comfortable. She noticed that I wasn't working as hard. I wasn't grinding. I didn't have that desire. I didn't have that daemon, the masculine pursuit, that will, that lust for excellency. I lost it. I already had the girl, and I was fucking her all the time, so, you know, I was spilling my sexual desire and energy. It's all good, right? Everything's already all good. It wasn't all good. And she knew that. I kid you not. She'd actually went to Colombia to like be a digital nomad for a little bit there and like see how that worked for her. And I kid you not, like when she was there, I was thinking for like a few days. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm just not me. I don't have this desire. I feel like I'm in a relationship that isn't actually serving me. I just don't feel like myself. I've lost my will to pursue. I don't have this like masculine fuck to me anymore, which is what even got her into me in the first place, right? I lost the thing that she was attracted to. And she knew that. And I kid you not, like, I was thinking about it for like a few days at this point, maybe like a week or something. And at this point, it was like boiling so much, like the next day I was gonna call her up and tell her. It was like nighttime. And she literally like called me up and she just asked me about it that night. And so I just told her, and we split up. And I kid you not, the next day I woke up and I felt like I was already back on the rise. Like within 2 weeks, I felt like I was already back to peaking. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, fuck, dude. I just fell off. And I want you guys to understand that, like, when you get into a relationship or when you have women in your life and you don't have, like, your mission, your priority, like, the thing that, like, you're supposed to be focusing on, right? The thing that, like, God is calling you for, God will basically bring women into your life, put women into your life to see if you're going to bend and, like, have your focus be lost from the mission. Now, that's not to say that you can't have women in your life, you can't, you know, have sex or, like, do any of that. Like, I like having women in my life, I like fucking, all that stuff's awesome, guys, right? But will it distract you from your mission? Are you so obsessed with pussy, with a woman's love, that when you get it, all you want is to spend your time with her and to fuck her all the time, and you get distracted from your mission, from your calling, from your self-mastery, from your purpose? Because if that's the case, you just fucked up. You just let her come in as a spy, covertly, and then underpin your masculinity, prove that you can't hold frame, prove that she can change you, prove that you're weak. And here's the thing, guys, like, women are not doing this intentionally. Like, I don't want you guys to think, like, women are evil or, like, any of that shit. No. This shit is not conscious, okay? This is in their hard wiring. This shit is biological and metaphysical. Because hypergamy was created by God to weed out the weak and the unfaithful from evolution. Like, this shit is, like, brutal. This is like some survival of the fittest shit. Here's the thing, guys, like, reality is an unfolding narrative of evolution. Reality is the evolution of consciousness, the evolution of desire. We're all moving back to God. As we evolve, only the strongest, only those with the most awareness, the most consciousness, the most will, the most desire will actually move on, right? Survival of the fittest, like in nature. And so we can see, like, hypergamy as this, like, brutal, like, filtering that women only go for, like, the top guys who have a higher sexual market value than them, because if they only give reproductive opportunities to the guys who are better than them, that means the population will increase. You see what I'm saying? All the guys who are weak, they don't get to reproduce. So the weak are, you know, kind of weeded out, and more of the strong are repopulated, are reproduced. Like, this shit is, like, brutal. I'm not gonna lie, guys. And so, like, hypergamy is, like, a product of evolution. It was created by God to weed out the weak and the unfaithful. Low SMV men, right, guys with a low sexual market value, guys who don't have any girls into them, have two options. You either be alone and die, right? Your bloodline dies with you. Or you become strong through faith, through service, through self-mastery, so that you can increase your sexual market value and then secure sexual and reproductive opportunity. You have this, like, strong desire to, like, fuck. One, because you want intimacy, you want that union. That's, like, the emotional, the spiritual aspect. You also just have this physical, biological aspect of needing to reproduce, right? That's also a spiritual thing as well. And so you have to recognize, like, if you're not doing that, right, if you're not aligned with, like, this biological imperative as a man to spread your seed, to reproduce, to give of yourself, right? If you're not aligned with that, like, you're cooked. And so hypergamy is like a tool that God created to basically motivate the low value men, like the low SMV men, to be better, become better, develop a relationship with God so that you can become strong, right? If you're not faithful, you're fearful, right? Because at the end of the day, like, we're all doing this, like, shit that, like, of being a human. We're all operating in the dark. Like, this life shit is real. Like, this shit is hard. No one really knows what the fuck is going on, you know? And so, if you don't know what the fuck is going on, you only have two options. Be scared of what might happen, or have faith that God is guiding you to a place that is going to serve you. If you don't have that faith, if you don't have that connection with the divine, all you can have is fear. So you need that faith, you need that. It's very important. From that, your service, your giving to other people, your mission, your purpose, your self-mastery, your own self-improvement, your own healing, your own spiritual development, your own creative pursuits, business pursuits, financial pursuits, physical pursuits, mental pursuits, intellectual pursuits, whatever. Your own self-mastery. By increasing those things, by becoming strong, by becoming someone who has high sexual market value, by becoming someone who women can see as a provider of resources, as someone who is still, as someone who can provide that masculine frame, that masculine leadership. When you can show you have these things, then you increase your sexual market value, and then you can secure sexual reproductive opportunity that you desire, right? For me, man, it's like, I hate when I see like black pillars, or like when I'm like, see comments of guys saying like, oh, I don't want to play these games with women, I'm just gonna stop. I just think that shit is so whack. I'm not gonna lie, like, I just think that's such a pussy mindset, bro. It's like, you're just gonna give up? It's like, oh, I don't want to play these games. It's like, no. You don't want to do what's required. Like, you guys think that, like, there are girls out here that, like, aren't hypergamous or don't care about these things, or, like, won't test you, or won't test your, like, interest, or won't see if you're an insecure guy. No, guys, no. All women will do this. You understand me? All of them. Because all of them are spies sent from God to test men so that they can weed out the weak and unfaithful, and the strong, clarified, and faithful can survive. And so she's going to test you. She's going to test to see if you're insecure. Are you going to allow her to sway your emotions? Because if so, that means you're weak. That means that you just let a girl get under your skin. What? Come on, bro. If she has power over your emotional state, you don't have any strength. You don't have any control over yourself, over your internals. If she can prove she can do that to you, you're cooked. If she proves she can get under your skin emotionally, you're cooked. If she proves she can pussy whip you, and she can do whatever the fuck she wants because she's got some A1 coochie between her legs, you're cooked. If she proves that, like, she can piss you off or do something because she's in a mood, you're cooked. If she proves she can get you to do what she wants because she's going to leave, you're cooked. God is going to put women into your life to test and see if you're a real nigga or not. Do you understand me? And so you have to recognize that you need to pass the tests. Here's a brutal reality. The tests don't stop. One of my favorite lines from The Way of the Superior Man goes, every moment of your life is either a test or a celebration. Every moment with your woman is doubly so. Understand that God is always testing you to see, are you as hard as you think you are, motherfucker? Because if you're not, you're going to crumble, and then you're going to rebuild. And if you are, awesome. You're going to handle this weight, you're going to keep getting stronger, you're going to actualize the thing that I'm putting on your heart. Lit. But if you fold, that's okay too. Because God's going to build you up, you're going to gain wisdom. You're going to be able to alchemize those experiences into greater awareness, into strength. So don't think that when women come to your life and then they prove that you're weak, that it's a bad thing. Nah, guys, that's awesome. That's a beautiful gift that women give to you. It kind of sucks that, it's the truth though. It's a brutal reality that you have to face. Women are going to come into your life and serve as contrast, as polarity. And so if they can come into your life and prove that they can get under your skin emotionally, they can pussy whip you, whatever, you are not as strong as you need to actually be. And that's why she left. That's why she's no longer in your life. So you gotta get stronger. You gotta get harder. You gotta get better. You have to have that internal resilience. You gotta have this detachment, this like non-lust goblin paradigm You cannot be attached to sex or to a woman's intimacy, guys. This is super important. If you need her sex or her intimacy, you're cooked. You can want those things. You can desire those things. I love having sex. I love a woman's intimacies. I love having feminine energy around. That's just awesome, right? But if you need it, if you feel incomplete without it, you're cooked. And if you feel incomplete without that, you won't have what you need in order to give of yourself to your mission. Which is why God is going to prove to you that you need those things. He's going to prove to you, right? God's going to show you that you're weak so that you can get better. So that you can get to that point of that fullness, being with yourself. Most men, they need heartbreak, if I'm going to be honest. They need to be proven, like they need to like have their weakness shown back to them so that it can slap them and show them what the fuck they need to change. If I didn't get my little ass heartbroken 2 years ago by Andrea, I would not be here right now spitting this sauce to you, bro. But I did. If you want to listen to my story and how I overcame heartbreak, check out my video. It's called Give Me 89 Minutes, I'll help you overcome heartbreak forever. Most men need that shit because only the heartbreak will reflect the weakness back to them that they need to change. And women are going to be that mirror, that contrast that reflect that back to you. They're going to show you where you succumb, where you submit rather than being dominant, where you fold and surrender into her frame rather than holding frame and having her step into yours. So God's going to put women into your life. They're going to come in as spies, right? They're going to infiltrate your fucking operation. And if they can undermine it, that means you still got work to do. Remember that. My name is Jaden. If you don't know anything about me, I'm a mystic, I'm a philosopher, I'm a polymath, I'm a healer. It's my mission to help as many people as possible live their most free and authentic lives by helping them understand who they truly are, express who they truly are. That's why I make videos about art, philosophy, mysticism, and intersexual dynamics. If that mission resonates with you, I'd appreciate if you drop a sub, join the Digital Renaissance Creators Movement. And if you want to take your understanding to the next level, join the Digital Renaissance Creators Substack, upgrade to a paid subscription, get access to my exclusive teachings, join our DRC community and group chat. First language, right? Do today, do better for tomorrow. Stay devoted, stay inspired, baby.